Hi, this is Mona. Welcome to my channel. This video is part of my beginners friendly AI playlist. If you're completely new, I recommend watching the whole series from the start. Otherwise, I recommend checking out my more advanced courses instead. I'll go through 5 modules, each divided into 2 parts, where I'll cover the key foundational concepts you need to get started. Have you ever used ChatGPT or Google search and just been amazed? You typed a full complex sentences and maybe with a typo, and it just understands you. But how? Does the computer actually read out languages like we do? The surprising answer is no. Computers don't understand words, they only understand the numbers. So, how do we get from your sentence to the number an AI can work with? That's a secret we'll uncovering today, and it all starts with a single simple idea. Imagine a sentence is a complex Lego model like a spaceship or a castle. You don't give the whole, you can't give the whole castle to a computer at once. First, you have to break it down into its individual Legos bricks. In the world of AI, these Legos bricks are called tokens. Or imagine fruit salad. Consider the chef as a language model prepares a fruit salad by chopping different fruits into smaller pieces. Different fruits are prompt text and smaller pieces are tokens. And the chopping process is tokenization. The size of fruit chunks can impact the overall salad. Tokenization is the process of splitting up text into small pieces called tokens, and a token can be a full word, part of a word, or sometimes just a single character. Again, tokenization is simply the process of breaking our big complex sentences that are like the castle into these simple standard size bricks, the tokens that the AI can easily handle, which can be full words, part of a words, or even punctuations. So let's stop talking about this and actually see it happen. This is a tool that OpenAI provides for developers. It shows us exactly how ChatGPT sees our sentences. Let's go to the URL. If you go to this URL, platform.openai.com/tokenizer, you can see that they provide us to understand how ChatGPT sees the sentences. So just I want to type something here, and there are some models, as you can see. There are 3 different models: GPT-4 or 4 mini, and also GPT 3.5 and GPT-3, and they have a different process to break the sentence into the tokens. And this, for example, this sentence, ChatGPT is amazing, has 18 characters and 4 tokens, while in other models like GPT-3 or GPT 3.5, it's 5 tokens. And you can see here, chat is 1 token, G is another, PT is the third token, and is with a space is another token, and amazing is the 5th token. But here in other models like GPT-4, you can see that there are 4 tokens, just chat GPT is amazing. And if I add punctuation like exclamation mark, you can see that this is another character, and it's also another token. And it happens for other models here, as you can see. And even the comma or question mark or exclamation mark become their own special tokens. The AI needs to know about punctuations to understand the tone. That's why it's different. Or maybe, for example, we can have understanding. I'm not sure. We want to test it. Understanding could become understand and ing. Let's try it. Understand. Sorry. Understanding. Yeah. Understanding in GPT-4o model is two tokens, understanding. But how about the other models? It's the same. So, or maybe we can test another example. How about unforeseeable? Unforeseeable. Let's try it. Unforeseeable. As you can see, it's 4 tokens in GPT-4 models, like unforeseeable. And how about the other models? This is the same. So if you're interested, you can go through this URL and website and check the other words to understand better how tokenize work. So let's move on. Now I want to talk about why is this important. Breaking text into smaller tokens can improve the language model's understanding and performance, especially in certain scenarios. Language with lots of compound words like English, for instance, the word laptop could be one token, but amazingly could be split into amaze, ing, and ly. And also rare or new words the model may not have seen before, and especially the specialized term like science or industry words. I'm just curious about amazingly. Let's try it. Amazingly. Amazingly, it's 2 token and not 3 as I expected. But it was a 3. But not the way I was expected. I expected to see that. Did you see that? So let's move on. What does this mean for you? Keep your wording, it means keep your wording simple and common so the model understands better. If you see simple and common wording, the model is more likely to understand and respond well. There is a maximum prompt length, but it's measured in token, not words. Let's look at another URL here. I want to show you that about the limitation of each model. If you go to this URL and log into your account, you can, or maybe go through the documents, you can see there are lots of models here like GPT-5, GPT-4, or O3, GPT-4o, and also you can see that each model has which token limitation. For example, GPT-5 has a limitation about 30,000 token per minute, and also the other options. For example, GPT 4.1 mini, it's about 200,000 token per minute, and also you can understand other limitation and other information about the models, and you can also show other models and get a lot of information about each models. and yeah, you can find more information. And this means that you have to use simple words, as I mentioned before, and common wording to help a model to understand better you. And here is the concept of which actually here is the concept that we called it, they called it context view. A context window. A context window means the model can only pay attention to a limited number of tokens, as I showed you on the other tab. It could be word or parts of a word at one time. Think of it like a small window looking at a long sentence. It can only see a part of the sentence through the window. If the input is too long and goes beyond this window, the model has to ignore some part, usually from the beginning or the end. So if important information is outside the window, the model won't be able to use it. If your prompt is too long in tokens, the model might truncate it, or the prompt might get cut off, fail to respond completely, and um, and and also give inaccurate answers. And bear in mind the model, and remember the model is best with English and popular languages. If you see a less common language, it may not work as well or may break up words badly as a result. Performance may vary significantly depending on the language you use. So we talked about the simple words, token limitation, I show you, and a long prompt, avoid to writing long prompt. And also we talked about context view, and if you are interested more about the limitation, you can go through this URL. So let's move on. About the best practice, best practice is use short and clear prompts. Use plain everyday language. Don't paste long blocks of text unless you know it's within the token limit. And remember, a prompt's length is about token, not words again. So now you know the secret when you type into ChatGPT. It's not reading, it's tokenizing, like breaking your sentence into Lego bricks token and converting to the appropriate part and processing. This simple idea of tokenization is the first and essential steps for almost every AI you use, from the autocomplete on your phone to Google Translate to most powerful AI model in the world. And you've now seen the first step how we teach the machine our languages. Before going to the next slide, I want to show you another interesting URL here, and this is the projector TensorFlow.org, and it's related about the something about the autocomplete and the tokens. I want to cover it in details in another playlist, which is not the for beginner. And if you are interested, you can go to the other playlists and watch other videos related to them. As a short description, I want to say that it's something that Token try to use this one. I mean, they try to guess and predict the next token to bring your answer as soon as possible without any hesitation. For example, if you write for example, the words like queen, you can see that it tries to find the words near it. For example, it has Victoria, crown, or maybe other words, and it's related to these parameters. If you like to see the words that are really close to this word, you can click on it. I want to stop it here and see and look at the neighbor of the queen, and you can see that there is Elizabeth, there is maybe Duke, maybe Cheer, and it's based on the documents and trained the AI. It knows about the words that are really close to this word. For example, with queen, we have king, we have Victoria, we have royal, maybe we have Elizabeth, and because these words are used together. If you choose the smaller numbers here, you can see that these circle will get shrink and smaller than this one. And if you change it to the bigger word, you can see that we have a lot of words. And if I just maybe, for example, just choose 50 words, you can see that just the 50 words that AI have seen in a lot of documents and websites or blogs can try to bring here and show to you. So let's move on. Here there are two important questions. The first one is, how does the number of tokens affect a model's performance? And the answer is, the number of tokens directly affect a model's performance. More token can provide more information for the model to analyze, but that doesn't always mean better results. Model have a fixed context view, a context window, sorry. And if the input is too long, the model might lose focus or even truncate part of the input. So it's about finding a balance between information quantity and the model's processing capacity. And the next question is having more tokens better for performance, or is it better to have fewer tokens? Having more tokens isn't always better, and fewer tokens aren't always ideal either. If there are too few tokens, the model might not get enough context. But if there are too many, the model can get overwhelmed or ignore parts of the input due to memory or context limitation. The best performance usually comes from having enough token to convey message and to convey meaning without exceeding the model's capacity. So when you give text to a model, it first gets broken down into tokens, small pieces like word or parts of the word. We know about it. Before talking about good prompt versus bad prompt, I want to show you another URL and another website if you like to know more about check this links as well. This is a developer google.com, and also there is a glossary, and if you like you can just search on it and find more about whatever you want. For example, if you like you can just search about the token, and as you can see there is a glossary and there is a description and explanation about the token in a language model. The atomic unit that model is training on and making prediction on is token, and a token is typically be one of the following, like a word, like a character, like a sub words, and in domains outside the language models, token can present other kind of atomic units. And also you can learn about tokenizer and whatever you want. And there are lots of idioms and words that if you are interested, you can go through it and just go through the alphabet order, or maybe you can only just search on it and find the words you like to know more about it. So let's move on to the presentation, and I want to provide you some examples. What is the good prompt? What is the bad prompt? And yeah, a bad prompt is too long, unfocused, like this. Hey there, I'm really excited to be talking to you today. I had a lot on my mind lately, and there is just so much I want to ask you about. First of all, I wanted to say I admire your work. Also, yesterday I had this long conversation with a friend, blah 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 blah, and then finally it asks. Could you summarize The Little Prince for me? So, as you can see, this prompt takes up a lot of tokens before getting to the actual question. The model might get confused or not even see the final request if the context window is full. While a good prompt is something like, summarize The Little Prince, just it. So this is for this part of the series. If you find this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. It's really helpful for me. And if you have any question, drop them in the comments. I'll happy to answer. In the second part of this video, I'd like to unlock the LLMs. Make sure to be with me. So we constantly hearing the terms AI, ChatGPT, LLMs in the news and in our workplaces. It can feel a bit overwhelming, like a new technological wave that's hard to get a handle on it. My goal today is to pull back the curtain on this technology. We're going to break down what large language models or LLMs really are in simple terms. We'll look at how they work, what they're good at, and most importantly, how you can start thinking about them as powerful tools for your business. So what exactly is a large language model? At its heart, an LLM is type of artificial intelligence that has been significantly trained to understand, process, and generate human-like text. The best and simplest analogy is to think of it as the most powerful autocomplete you've ever used. You know how your phone suggests the next word when you're texting. Maybe you realized it. And LLM does that, but on a massive and incredibly sophisticated scale. Uh, let's break down the name itself because it tells us a lot. Large. This is a key. When we say large, we mean it's been trained on a truly staggering amount of text data. Imagine an AI that has read a huge portion of entire internet, Wikipedia, millions of books, news articles, blogs, and conversations. This vast library is what gives it such a broad understanding. Language. Its expertise in language. It's not just about knowing words, it's about understanding grammar, context, different writing styles, facts, and even the subtle nonsense of how we communicate. For example, it knows the difference between book a table and read a book. The third one is model. This is the technical part, but all it really means is that it's a complex mathematical system. It's a machine built of algorithms and data designed to make predictions based on all the information it has learned. Yeah. Uh, this might seem like magic, but the way LLMs think is based on surprisingly simple principle, predicting the next word. Let's look at two main phases. First, the train phase. I'd like to call this the library phase. The AI is set loose in that giant digital library we talked about. Its only job is to play a giant game of fill in the blank over and over again, billions of times. For example, it says the phrase, the phrase, the sun rises in the millions of times. It learns through a statistical analysis that the word is the most likely word to come next. It says the capital of France is, and learns the answer is Paris. It says to bake a cake, first preheat the, and learns the next word is probably oven. It's all about recognizing patterns in language, just like you when you were a child and didn't know about the grammar and only followed the patterns to learn to speak. And as you can remember, I showed you here the next word, how the AI predicted, and based on what you provide neighborhood and distance, you can see that the AI predict the next word, like this one. Okay, so let's move on. The second one is the prediction phase. This is what happened when you have a conversation with it. You give it a prompt like a question or command. Let's say you type the best recipe for chocolate cookies includes. The LLM look at your phrase and calculates the most probable next word. Maybe it's flour or butter or a mix of. Let's say it picks butter. Then it then adds the word adds that word to the sentence. So now it's thinking the best recipe for chocolate cookie includes butter, and it does it again. It does it again and again. What comes next? Maybe and then sugar, or maybe also again then and. It builds the entire response on one word, entire response, one word at a time, always predicting what should come next to form a coherent, helpful, and human sounding sentence. It's not thinking in the way we do. It's performing incredibly complex act of statistical prediction, like I said you and showed you in the TensorFlow. Because of this ability to predict and generate text, LLM have become incredible tool for a wide range of tracks. And here are some their superpowers: brainstorming and creativity. If you're stuck, an LLM is a fantastic creative partner. For example, you could ask it, give me 10 slogans for a new eco-friendly cleaning products. And in second, you'll have a list of ideas to start with. And let's try it with AI Studio of Google. I want to go to this one. And as you can see, I asked AI Studio of Google and type, give me 10 slogans for a new eco-friendly cleaning products. And it provided me some ideas. Also, summarization. This is a huge time saver. For example, you can copy and paste the text from a long or 10 pages report and ask the LLM summarize the key finding of this report in 5 bullet points. Or content creation. This is one of the most popular uses. It can be your personal writing assistant. For example, you can say draft a professional but friendly email to my team, reminding them about a Friday deadline, or write a 300 word blog post about the benefit of morning walk, and it can even help programmers write or debug the code. I provide a prompt for a Claude, and I wrote, I'm a full stack developer, and I have project including front end with which is the JavaScript, and HTML backend which is the Python, and consider I'm new in CI/CD and I want to deploy my project into GCP platform. Tell me step by step what should I do. And as you can see, here is the steps, and it helped me to deploy my project into the GCP platform. It says the first step is to preparation and enable APIs and install the Google Cloud CLI, and it provides me the set of the project and the folders and the structure of the code, and also help me to create a Git repository, and provide me Docker file and whatever I need to deploy GCP platform. Let's move on. And answering questions, it acts like a search engine that gives you a direct and synthesized answer. For example, instead of sifting through 10 blue links, you can just ask what are the main differences between IR35 inside and IR35 outside, and get a clear explanation. And translation, they are becoming incredibly powerful translators. You can paste an email from an international client in Spanish and ask it to translate it to professional English, and it will do while maintaining the correct tone. This is probably the most important slides for anyone starting out. LLMs are amazing, but they are just tools, and they have very real limitation. Firstly, they can be wrong. The industry term of this is hallucination. Don't worry if you don't know about it. I'll explain you. Hallucination is that is related that something that might not true, and it's like it's less likely to be correct data, because the AI is just predicting the next word. Sometimes it will generate the text that sounds completely acceptable but in factually incorrect. We will cover this concept as I mentioned before in module 4 in the future. So, example, you could ask it about a historical event, and it might confidently invent a date or a person involved. This is why you must always fact check any important information it gives you. don't trust it blindly for facts. And the second is they don't have feelings, beliefs, or consciousness. And an LLM can't like or dislikes anything. And when it says, I'm happy to help, it's simply because its training data shows that this is a polite and common response. It's mimicking empathy, not feeling it. And finally, their knowledge is not correct. It's not current. Most models have a knowledge cutoff date. They were trained on data up to a certain point, say early 2023. And for example, this means if you ask it who won the most recent Super Bowl or what happened in the news yesterday, it won't know. It's like talking to someone who's been in a time capsule for a year or two. Yeah, let's move on. And okay, with those strengths and weaknesses in mind, let's get practical. How are businesses actually using this technology today to get real value? There are three big areas. First, to supercharge customer support. Think of a chatbot on a website instead of a clunky bot that only understands three keywords. An LLM-powered chatbot can understand complex questions and provide detailed answer 24/7. And the benefits is customers get instant help with common questions like what's your return policy or where is my order, and which frees up your human agent to handle the truly difficult and high stakes customers issues. The next one is boost marketing and sales. A marketing team can use an LLM to generate dozens of variations of ad copy or social media posts in minutes. A salesperson can ask it to draft a personalized follow-up email to potential client. I just met who is interested in our software. And the benefit is it allows you to create more content, test what works best, and personalize your outreach at the scale that was impossible before. And finally, to streamline operations, just consider this use case. This is all about internal efficiency. You can feed it a transcript of a 1 hour meeting and ask for summary with action items. Your HR team can use it to help write a first draft of a job description. And the advantage of it is it saves your employees countless hours on repetitive and administrative tasks, and help you find insights in large amount of text, like customer feedbacks survey. Let's make it even more concrete with a simple and small business examples. Imagine a local coffee shop. Before using an LLM, the baristas are constantly interrupted by the telephone, and they're trying to make lattes and serve customers while answering the same question over and over. Like what time do you close? Do you have oatmeal? Are you dog friendly? It's stressful and inefficient. But now with an LLM, the owner sets up a simple cafe bot on their website and Google business profile. This bot has been fed the cafe's menu, hours, addresses, and policies. When a customer now asks, "Do you have gluten-free options?" The coffee bot instantly replies, "Yes, we have a gluten-free muffin and a brownies. Would you like to see the full menu?" It can even be set up to take simple reservation requests, and the result, hmm, customers are happier because they get instant answers. The staff is less stressed and can focus on what they do best, making great coffee and creating a wonderful in-person experience. This is perfect. This is the perfect example of how an LLM can assist a business without a huge investment. So we wrap up. I want to leave you with this central message. LLMs are not here to replace humans. They are here to assist you. Think of an LLM as ultimate intern or assistant. It's a tool that can simplify your own skills. And they are incredibly powerful for boosting both creativity and efficiency. They help us handle the repetitive, time consuming tasks like drafting the first email or summarizing notes so that we can focus our energy on strategic works that humans do best, building relationships, making critical decisions, and innovating. And the best part is you can start exploring this today. Getting started, you can be simple as going to a public tool like ChatGPT, Google's Gemini, Microsoft Copilot, and just playing around with it and ask it to write a poem, plan a trip, or help you with an email. Yeah, the best way to understand the future is to start using it. Thanks for watching. If you find this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. And if you have any question, drop them in the comments. I'll happy to answer.